What are the three pillars of a successful business? And trust me, having a good idea or an original idea is not one of them. Hi, Sharif Awad from A7A Accelerator to 7 Achievement and the creator of Negotiate to Achieve, the best online class right now on the market for you to be able to influence people, negotiate using tactics. That means something that you can use the next day right away. Presented by me, narrated by the best narrators on the market. Now, what are the three pillars of a successful business? The first one, obviously, is having clients. If you don't have clients, you don't have a business. You can have the best office, the best website, the best car. If you don't have clients, you don't have no business. There's no money coming in. Now, how do you get clients? First, you have to do the hard work. You have to do the door-to-door, cold calling, marketing, be able to sell, influence. And once you have these clients, you need to be able to retain them. You can't just expect someone to come and buy from you and then that's it, he's gonna stay with you forever, unless you're doing one-time sell, but then you're constantly fighting to get more clients. The best type of clients is recurring clients. It's clients that always keep coming to you. They always want your product or service. Now, once you have these clients, for you to be able to retain them, you need to have a good after sale service. It doesn't matter if you're selling a service or a product. Your product and service has to be top notch. That's first thing. And second thing is after sale, you need to do follow-up. You need to be sure that what you provided is good. You think in your head that what you provided is a good service or a product, but from their point of view, maybe you didn't do a good job. And if you ask them after, did I do a good job or not? They will give you feedback, and this is where you tweak. And the fact that you ask them, for them is something important. Say, oh, this person is actually cares that he did a good job or not. So if he did a bad job, they will actually give you a second chance to see if you actually implemented the changes that they pointed to you or that comment that they gave you about your service. If they give you good comments, that's it. That's great. They're gonna come back. But if they give you a bad comment, they will expect you to change it and modify it and improve on it, and that's where your second chance come from. In my business, when I send one of my guys on the field, I make sure to call the superintendent or the person in charge, the project manager, and ask him, how did he do today? If everything's good? If he says yes, great, I expect another call for tomorrow. If he says no, then I'll ask him what happened, and he tell me this and this and this happened. I say, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get on it right away. And this for him is like, okay, we'll see tomorrow if he's gonna change or not. So they will call me again just to see if my service has improved or my product has improved. Now, the second and honestly, in my point of view, one of the most important thing and the second pillar of having a good business is having a system. If you don't have a system, you're always fighting an uphill battle, and at the end of the day, your business will fail because you will run out of business and you will be all over the place, and your clients will see that and your business will fail. Now, what is the benefit of having a good system, and what is having a good system? In my case, it's billing. It's my guys, I have to dispatch them, so I have a good dispatching system. I actually created a mobile app using a platform that you don't need much coding. I created a mobile app just to be able to dispatch my guys. When I used to work in a company before that used to do the same service that I do right now, they used to dispatch them by text. It's freaking stupid. So when I took the chance and actually have my own business, I became an entrepreneur, I said I have to change this. So the first thing that I did after acquiring the clients and satisfying the clients is during the downtime, I created the mobile app to be able to dispatch my workers easier. Now, what does this do? First thing is fast delivery. If you have a system, your product or service can go out like this, because you don't have to go through a lot of steps every time and think how you're gonna do this. You have something in place. It goes like this, it gets packaged like that, it gets shipped like this, there you go. So it's quick. That's why Amazon is really quick at delivery, because they have a great system in place. Better product and service. Now in my case, my guys, when I dispatch them, before I had my mobile app and when I was working in a different company, they always used to have this complaint, oh, I can't find the place, I'm lost, etc. Sometimes it's true, sometimes the guy is just late and just using that as an excuse. In my mobile app that I created for them, they have an actual link to Google Map, and they right away find the address, so they have no excuse of finding the address. And then I eliminated this problem, and that resulted in a faster service. So if they actually got lost, well, now they don't get lost anymore, because Google Map tells them the way right away, how to get there, and they actually see it the day before. Less work. If you have a system in place, you actually take a lot of the burden that is on your shoulders away by implementing this system. Again, when I was dispatching in the other company by text, I had to enter each text and text each guy where they're going. We're talking about 15 guys, 20 guys that I have to text every day, and back and forth, and this is where you're going, and you have to talk to this person, etc. Now that I have a system with the mobile app and other system that I put in place, I actually don't have to do that anymore. I enter it, it takes me 10 minutes, everybody knows where they're going. That's it. If one have a question, he calls me or texts me, but other than that, most of them, I don't have any issue. So I'm talking about that same 10-15 guys that I used to have before. Well, before I had in the other company I had more. I had about 20. In my case, I'm a smaller company, so I have between 10 and 15 depending on the season. And I get about one text, maybe not even one a day, about a question about, oh, I don't understand this. Most of them, they just know the system and they know how the process is going now. You just have to implement it, train them on it, and then it just move forward. Faster delivery we talked about. Bring down cost. Now, when you are working constantly, first of all, you cost yourself money. Your time is money, but also your employees in some cases, when they work harder because you don't have a system in place, well, that will cost you more money. And sometimes because you don't have a system, a lot of things get moved around in the wrong way, and because you're always freestyling, and what happens is you lose money because of this. But when you have a system, your system will have to take in consideration, even if there is issues, what to do in that case. Now I'll ask you a question. What is the most successful restaurant in the world? Think about it for a second. What is the most successful restaurant in the world? McDonald's. McDonald's is the most successful restaurant in the world. The food is not the best. The locations are everywhere, but if you go in it, it's not that beautiful. Sometimes comfortable, sometimes not. But they're the best restaurant ever. Why? Because even a 16 years old kid can manage it, and they actually do. If you go in a McDonald's, most of the people working there are teenagers or maybe young adults. It's very rare to find an older person. Feel bad for them if they're working in a McDonald's at 60 or something like that, but most of the time it's young kids. So how can a young kid is able to manage one of the most successful restaurants in the world? Simple, a system. You don't have to think. You open the booklet. This is what you have to do. Just follow the steps. Now, the third pillar of a successful business is having cash flow. Now, I did a whole video on cash flow. What is cash flow? Cash flow is you having enough money in your pocket or bank accounts for your business to be able to continue working until your clients pay you. So when you're dealing with big clients, or it depends, base to base, business to customer, quick sell, that's another thing. But even in that case, when you're dealing with this type of situation, You need to have a backup, because these people will take time to pay you. Some of my clients take maybe a month to pay me, some 60 days, some 45 days. It depends on each. Now, what do you do in these cases? You need to have enough money in your bank account or other resources to be able to back yourself up. So when a bad situation happen, you need to do some expansion, you need to do to pay some bills, or to pay your employee, because your employees are not going to wait for 2 months to get their salary. Like right here in Canada, the maximum that I can stretch it is 2 weeks. I can't do more than that. I know some other countries they can go for a whole month, but here the maximum is 2 weeks. So what do I do in this case? I need to have a backup. So what kind of backup do you have? First of all, you need to save up some money. Second is to have a credit line or credit cards, people or credit line that you can borrow from, or people that you can borrow from, and negotiate. Negotiation is one of the most important things. Why I don't have a cash flow problem is that I negotiated with a lot of my clients. It didn't work with everybody, but let's say 50% of them it worked. And these 50%, they pay me weekly or bi-weekly. So I can use this money to be able to get the gear going and my machine going until the other guy pays me. So you see, just having negotiated with these few clients, well, half of my clients, I'm able to keep my company running until the other guy pays me, and then I get a big payload, so I keep it in the bank so I can move later if I have an issue. If one of my clients for some reason, the one who pays me quicker didn't call me for a while, I still have a second backup plan. You need to have backup plans. So I hope that you understand the importance of the 3 pillars, and understand that if you're going into business, you need to be able to manage all 3 and have these 3 solids. So what are the 3 pillars? Having clients and keeping your clients, having a system, and managing and having great cash flow. Now, again, I hope you had good information from this video, and don't forget to look at my online course, Negotiate to Achieve, the best online course on the market right now for negotiation. Don't worry, I will just present it. I got the best narrator on the market for you, for them to be able to explain it to you in a better way than I would. Now, like and subscribe, and I'll see you at the other side.